Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and history lovers. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American coinage, the 1965 1-cent USA coin. This humble Lincoln cent might look ordinary at first glance, but it carries an interesting story tied to a major turning point in U.S. coin history. So sit back and let's explore its design, background, value, and how you can spot something special in your own collection. Let's start with the design. On the obverse, or front side, you'll find the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design first appeared in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and remains one of the longest-running designs in U.S. history. Above Lincoln's head are the words "In God We Trust," while to his left is liberty, and to the right, the date 1965. Interestingly, you'll notice something missing. There's no mint mark on this coin. We'll explain why in just a moment. Flip the coin over, and you'll see the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. Designed by Frank Gaspar. This design replaced the wheat ears reverse in 1959, marking Lincoln's 150th birthday. If you look closely, you can even spot a tiny statue of Lincoln seated inside the memorial, a small but remarkable detail for such a small coin. The inscriptions United States of America and E pluribus unum appear at the top, with 1 cent boldly displayed at the bottom. Now, let's talk about the history behind the 1965 cent. The mid-1960s were a turbulent time for the U.S. Mint, due to a nationwide coin shortage. People were hoarding silver coins for their metal value, especially after silver prices began to rise. To combat this shortage, the Mint made some drastic changes in 1965. They removed silver from dimes and quarters and introduced copper-nickel-clad coins instead. As a result, mint marks were temporarily omitted from all coins between 1965 and 1967 to discourage collectors from saving them by mint location. That's why your 1965 penny doesn't show a D or S mark. In terms of composition, the 1965 Lincoln cent remained the same as earlier versions, 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing about 3.11 grams. The diameter is 19 millimeters, and it has a smooth edge. Although billions were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, they remain a snapshot of an important transition in U.S. coinage. So, what about value? Because the 1965 penny had such a large mintage, over 1.5 billion coins, most are still worth just 1 cent in circulated condition. However, in uncirculated or proof-like condition, they can be worth a bit more. A shiny red-toned 1965 cent in mint state can fetch $1 to $10. Depending on grade. The rarest examples, graded MS-67 or higher, have sold for over $100 at auction. Always check for errors. 2. Some 1965 cents have die cracks, double dies, or off-center strikes that can greatly increase their value. If you want to sell your 1965 Lincoln cent, start by checking its condition under good light. Compare it to online grading charts or send it to a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Once you know its grade, you can sell it through eBay, heritage auctions, or local coin shops. So there you have it, the 1965 Lincoln cent, a simple yet historic coin that tells the story of America's mid-century coin crisis. Check your change. You might just have a little piece of history hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin stories and values. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.